Welcome to Wrestling Over Everything, everybody. We are a very funny wrestling podcast out of the Central Valley of California. I'm Andrew. That's Dusty.
Hey.
Follow us on all the stuff. That includes up to and including YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click the bell thing. Leave comments when you can. Your favorite podcast app, TikTok, Blue Sky, Instagram. How about that?
And TubeYube.
TubeYube.
If this is so far in the future that they've flipped it, find us on there too. We'll be on there.
They'll do that as a joke one day, and everybody will get mad.
Yeah.
Like the IHOB, International House of Burgers.
Yeah.
I like them for their pancakes.
I like choosing to not go to the International House of Pancakes.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to choose to not go to the International House of Burgers as well.
Listen, you know me, I'm a big breakfast guy. But I do prefer like a mom pop breakfast spot to like a Denny's or an IHOP. But if I'll enjoy myself at a Denny's or an IHOP, Dusty.
The IHOP, the thing is a lot of syrups. They've got you covered on your various syrups. Like they'll hit you with a boysenberry, right at the table.
Listen, I'll take a shot of it.
Good news.
But I'm not normally like, I'm normally just a bacon, eggs, and hash browns type of cat. Maybe some toast on the side.
Yeah. It's a standard stand-up premise at this point, but I do always think I want more pancakes than I want, it turns out.
Dude, if they would just give me a pancake, gravy train.
Yeah, I was going to say and that's me as a regular man.
Yeah.
With an iron stomach. I can't imagine what a heavy ass pancake breakfast does to you. That must slow your blood down for days.
You don't want to see it.
No. You don't want to know about it.
The blood genuinely flows like it's gelatinous. Anyway, we're talking about the 92 Royal Rumble today, ladies and gentlemen.
We are nailing it in terms of Royal Rumbles that we've covered. Last week we were on Royal Rumble 91 for one match. We can go back to the actual Rumble itself.
Yeah.
But today we're not doing any of the run-ups in this event. We're just talking about the Royal Rumble itself, because for a lot of people this is considered the greatest Royal Rumble of all time. Now, we have a previous video where we were asking the question, is the 2001 Royal Rumble the GOAT? But before that one was in contention, the 92 Rumble held that spot for a lot of years.
Okay. That's interesting.
This is like Andrew said, this is kind of part one of the Ric Flair in the WWF series that we're going to do. I think we're gonna cover part 2 next week. That's how that works. But you got to get through the Royal Rumble. So for a little bit of background, Ric Flair leaves the NWA in July of 1991 because Jim Herd wants to turn him into Spartacus and have him cut his hair and give him a gold earring. And Ric Flair is like, I don't think so. I'm just going to be Ric Flair. He bounces to the WWF.
Cutting your hair and getting a gold earring is a weird, that's how you become Spartacus.
I think they might have had like a gladiator situation that they were trying to also pitch to him, but it was basically Turner Broadcasting owns all these old movies because Ted Turner bought a bunch of old movies to colorize and to make Turner Classic Movies. And they were like, we have the copyright to all of these things. So what about for integration? We just start naming wrestlers after famous movies.
Yeah.
That'll definitely get more people to watch. More people will watch a wrestler named Spartacus than will watch at the time, I don't know, 7-time world champ Ric Flair,
What do they think people are like, wait, Spartacus is wrestling?
Now you're not pulling my leg. You're saying the Spartacus is going to be on Wrestle War? I got to tune in first.
They got Spartacus.
Yeah. They said it couldn't be done. I heard they got Spartacus and they got the Wizard from the Wizard of Oz. They did try to turn Kevin Nash into a character from Wizard of Oz land as well. That did not go well.
Wasn't just Oz?
He was just Oz. He was just a big dude, kind of green looking. He was from the land of Oz.
The guy's like, what are they next? They're gonna get Zeus?
Yeah. they're gonna get Jason and his tag team partners, the Argonauts. I gotta tune in for
God damn.
I knew they could get Jason. Jason's not working hard right now, but all of the Argonauts.
The Argonauts are a tough get. I've tried.
Yeah. So Flair's like, you know what? Actually, I'm out. And so then there's a whole debacle where Flair he has been the NWA champion, the big gold belt champion for all this time. And whenever you become the big gold belt champion, I guess you give a deposit to the NWA of $25,000 so that you don't fuck off with the belt when you become the champion. And then whenever you lose the belt, you get the deposit back. But I guess they kind of held Flair's in place because he's kind of always being the world champ or near being the world champ. So when he decides to leave, they're like, fine, give us the belt back. And he's like, fine, give me my money back plus interest for all the years you've been holding my money. And they're like, no. And he's like, well, then I'm leaving with the title. And he called Vince McMahon and was like, I have the NWA title. What should I do with it? And Vince was like, fucking bring it to TV, dude.
Please.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
God damn it, please bring it to TV.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Flair debuts in the fall of 91 as the real world champion. He's coming over, and Bobby Heenan is like ecstatic.
Does he walk out with the NWA belt?
He walks out with the big gold belt on WWF TV until they basically they do an injunction on him. They sue WWF and are like, you can't put our belt on your TV. So Flair has to return the belt, but they don't want to ruin the gimmick, so they start pixelating the belt, which is actually just one of the old WWF belts at this point, but you wouldn't know that because he has come out with the real belt and then they pixelate it. So in your mind, he's still got the NWA world title, which is great. Sleight of hand magic from Vince.
That is pretty smart. Yeah, for sure.
So we did cover in the first year of The Undertaker. Undertaker defeats Hulk Hogan at Survivor Series 1991 with the help of Ric Flair, where Hogan gets tombstoned and famously told The Undertaker, you got me, brother, even though Hulk Hogan's head never comes close to touching that mat.
You should feel bad about this forever.
Yeah, you fucked me, bro.
You're gonna kind of owe me a lot.
Yeah, when Undertaker tells the story that Hogan's like, I'm afraid to take the tombstone, and Undertaker's like, no, dude, I got you. Don't worry about it. And Hogan's like, okay, my life is in your hands, dude. And then Undertaker tombstones him. Hogan's head is so far off the mat, it's insane. And Hogan is still like, he goes backstage and he's kayfabe working everybody. He's laying down in Vince's office, like supine, and Undertaker's like, fuck, oh no, I fucked it. And then he saw the tape and was like, what's this? Hulk Hogan's a dickhead. First indication in the history of wrestling that Hulk Hogan's a jerk.
Yeah, just an absolute, it's a classic sweetheart all the time before that.
Yep, right. Before then, never anything wrong from the Hulkster. So a week later, Hogan wins the belt back, but there's more shenanigans. So the belt is put up. Neither Hogan nor Undertaker are the champion, and it's determined that at the Royal Rumble, the winner of the Rumble becomes the new WWF champion. So for the first time, the Royal Rumble has stakes because from its beginning, it was just like, hey, you won the Royal Rumble. That's pretty cool. Put it on the mantelpiece or whatever. But now there are legitimate stakes involved for the winner of the event. And that's kind of all the backstory you need.
Yeah.
We're kind of right up to it. So January 19th, 1992, we're in Albany, New York at the Knickerbocker Arena. 17,000 people in attendance. And this is the second Joe Josco Royal Rumble poster, which also looks dope. It's in the same style as the 1991 poster, the sort of illustrative, highly colored portrait that this is a really famous poster.
Yeah,
and it rules.
I'm trying to find a good picture of it because the one on Wikipedia is really blurry, as was the case last week, which is really annoying.
Yep. I will say that it does look like he kind of swaps out a couple guys. Like he's got the template of the 91 poster.
That's okay, man. Why you got to ride a draw again? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think Sergeant Slaughter is playing Tugboat. I think they've replaced Tugboat with Sergeant Slaughter in the background.
Well,
there.
Slaughter was in the other one too, if I remember correctly. He was on the left side.
I like Hulk Hogan is in, I believe, the same jacket from the year before. Jake the Snake with the Cobra is like the best part of this poster.
He looks pretty cool.
That's awesome. Sure. And the decolored Undertaker. Like, the Undertaker can't have the same flesh tones as everyone else because he's a undead zombie.
He's a dead guy.
Yeah.
Isn't that guy a dead guy?
Hey, that guy a dead guy? Joe Josco is famous for painting the sort of illustrative Marvel Comics trading cards in the 90s, and like these kind of beefcakey like Conan the Barbarian and Tarzan kind of things from the 90s. Like his art is very very famous and very recognizable. But like these are two of the best posters in WWF history. Like if you can look up the 93 Royal Rumble poster, it sucks compared to this one. See, Tugboat is Sergeant Slaughter here because he's got the arm up.
Yeah, it's a different arm though.
Oh, it's the other arm. Look at me.
Yeah, see, Sergeant Slaughter's on the other side here.
Oh, okay. They flipped him.
And we've got...
I mean, Big Boss Man is still in both. Hogan's in the same gear.
That's not... That's not Tugboat. That's... Who's this guy?
Because which guy? That's Earthquake.
Ethan Suplee. It's that's Ethan Suplee on both ends.
That's a schooner, not a sailboat, dude. No, that's Earthquake, John Tenta.
Yeah.
Yeah. So two of the guys on this poster are going to have one of your favorite matches of all time. Silver Dollars on a pole match.
Listen, dude, you can't get much better than that. Is this the one you're talking about for 93?
Yeah. I mean, that's fine, but it's not as cool as the cartoon.
Yeah, posters. I like the cartoon one better. This one's good. I mean, the thing in the middle is kind of weird. It's like very like hotel in the 2000s, but it's better than the shit that they do now. I mean, all the shit that they do now looks the same. You know?
Yeah, there's at least a distinct style. I just like these ones are burned into my memory, you know. But that is all of our kind of lead up. So we're just starting with the match, but we get a bunch of pre-Royal Rumble promos, and I love these. I wish they would still do these, where it's just each guy, or not every guy, but a lot of the contenders in it, including the guys that have no shot to win the Royal Rumble, each get like a little 10-second promo. So we see a freshly turned heel Shawn Michaels talking about how he's dropped the dead weight of Marty Jannetty, who was just recently Jannetti'd through the stained glass window of the barbershop.
Yeah, it's just real not long post Jannetty. This is by the way, this is the closest thing to a poster for Royal Rumble 2026, I think. I can find, or 2025. It's just not. It's not the same.
It's not doing anything for me.
It's not the same.
You know?
I mean, just look at the.
It's not always we had it better back then, but like we had it better back then.
With these things we did for sure, but this was because they thought, first of all, we didn't have cameras this nice, and like the Photoshop wasn't as easy, but also like everything's starting to homogenize and look like this modern bullshit nowadays. Sorry, what were we talking? What was the last thing you said?
Jannetti'd.
Oh yeah.
But
if you guys were wondering, being Jannetti'd generally is to be cast aside as lesser than in a specific group. You know,
in every friend group or peer group or relationship, there is a Jannetty.
There is a Jannetty. Ringo is the Jannetty of the Beatles. Yeah. Listen, Ringo's fine. We like Ringo, but he is the Jannetty.
Marty Jannetty, pretty good.
Yeah.
But you know, when Shawn Michaels or John Lennon and Paul McCartney are the other, and George Harrison are the other guys in your band, somebody's getting Jannetty, and it's not one of those three.
Yeah,
dudes.
you're in trouble. Like
So,
the bass player is probably the Jannetty of some 41 because you got Derek Whibley, you've got Indian guitar player guy, you've got
who shreds.
drummer who wears gloves, and previously drummer who was a funny guy, right?
Yeah,
and
making faces, funny faces.
I don't know who the bassist is. He's a Jannetty,
right? Yeah,
probably good.
He doesn't. Yeah, he plays bass. I mean, he's getting residual checks that I'm not getting playing bass. I'd take it.
Sorry, Chris Novoselic, you're a Jannetty.
Yeah, you're the Jannetty. Unfortunate, but still true.
Yeah.
We get a promo with the Warlord. So 2 things about the Warlord. One, I think that Andrew, you could have fit right in as the Niebly guy who is the manager of the Warlord, a Harvey Whippleman type.
Oh,
you could have easily as a little dude to be compared to the big guy. Also, Warlord looks like he's a Power Rangers villain, and he has a wand, or I don't even know what this is. It's like a staff, but it has a W on it for Warlord.
Yeah, and
that he carries around.
He says, "With my size and power, I will be a great champion."
Yeah.
All right, dude.
No shot. The Warlord wins.
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble.
Best of luck.
We got Skinner, aka my uncle, who's he's just a guy from the Everglades, just a simple man trapping gators, and he's in the Royal Rumble. Also, 0 shot to win the Royal Rumble.
Is that the guy with the tobacco can?
Yeah, tobacco spit.
He just interesting character. He waited for the camera to go live to spit his tobacco. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, he wants you to know. Tell me when you're rolling. They're like, and he's like, "Come on, hurry up! It's getting real bad."
I actually don't chew tobacco. This stuff is fucking disgusting.
Action.
We get another classic, the Repo Man. You know what? My love, my love for the Repo Man only grows every time I see it. This dude is so committed to being the Repo Man that I can't help but enjoy it.
Listen, man.
Love to Barry Darso.
He was in Demolition.
Yep.
He was the Repo Man. What was the other thing he was? Wasn't there one thing?
He was the Blacktop Bully.
The Blacktop
in
Bully.
the King of the Road match with Dustin Rhodes. Just a legend.
He's just
all the way around.
He commits to a bit. I do enjoy him. He's good face acting, as we always talk about on the show. The Repo Man's hilarious. I just love that this era of the wrestling, especially at least in the WWF, was like they're all like Ninja Turtles villains.
Yeah. Yeah, the Repo Man is after the Turtle Van if he's in the Ninja Turtles.
And all of this reminds me of is like NES games where you're a paper boy or you're you're riding your bike around town. It's like, oh no, it's the Repo Man.
It's like it's non intellectual property villainy. Like we can't get Magneto because he's owned by Marvel, but we can create the Repo Man.
Yeah.
The Repo Man is free for us.
Oh no, it's Sergeant Slaughter.
Well, it's like Captain Planet villains too. It's like, the Rat King or whoever. Speaking of the Rat King, Jake the Snake Roberts heel Jake the Snake in quite a mullet, cutting his promo about how like he wants to be the WWF champion, but he also just wants to talk shit to the Macho Man. Because at the end of his promo, he's like, "Oh, hey, Macho Man, how's Elizabeth, your wife, who I slapped the shit out of?" And Macho Man is not a guy to needle.
He talks about how he's gonna win the Royal Rumble. He's like, "By the way, Macho Man, how's Elizabeth?" And then the thing ends.
And then they do go to Macho Man. I don't know why, but Macho Man's back is to the camera to start. And when he flipped around, I did not expect the sunglasses to be on, which is on me. I should have known he's going to wear those sunglasses so that he has a prop to take off for emphasis.
Yeah.
What
do you think? What do you think he's going to do? I might start calling him Cho. Because like
the Cho.
the Cho,
Yeah.
because like Nature Boy is Nate. Like we like doing,
the Hulkster,
the
etc.
Hulkster.
Yeah. Hogan gets a promo, and he's talking about how he has like impeccable timing to have, but I'm like, impeccable timing to be in the Royal Rumble where you have to beat 29 guys to win the title instead of one guy. Wouldn't you want to wait until the Royal Rumble is settled and then just wrestle one guy instead of 29 other guys?
Dusty, you're completely missing his point. His point is, if he wrestles 29 other guys, he can count that in his tally for the year as wrestling 29 times.
That's
so
right.
he can tell you at the end of the year that he wrestled 700 times, and this gets him on track for that.
Yeah, he's like a lawyer with billable hours.
Yeah,
he's like, if there's 8 dudes in the ring, I've wrestled all 8 of them.
I have wrestled 8 times tonight. Okay.
Yeah, it's true.
Tell me I have.
And then we see Flair cut his promo. He's got the pixelated belt. It's him and Mr. Perfect. And it's basically Flair talking about how he's going to prove that he's the real world champ, and they don't got shit on him. And like a pretty good Flair promo.
It was funny.
I like this Flair promo.
I watched this. Didn't notice the belt was pixelated. I'm gonna go back. I'm not gonna play it on here. Obviously, I don't want to get us.
Yeah, but like I miss these in the Royal Rumble, and also just in general. Like, give me a 30-second. The problem is now, dudes don't have an easily definable personality in 30 seconds. Like Seth Rollins the other night on Raw cut an impossibly long promo that didn't mean anything, and he keeps trying to do this thing. See the belt.
It's so obviously pixelated. I'm not gonna press play because it's in it, but in motion you could tell so much more that it's just completely pixelated. I can't believe I didn't notice that.
Seth Rollins is cutting this promo, and like the big sticking point with Roman Reigns is like, I'm here every week. Roman Reigns has a contract where he doesn't have to wrestle as much as I do, and he makes more money than me. I'm like, well, doesn't that make you an idiot?
Yeah.
Why aren't you trying to get the Roman Reigns deal? If you're going to talk, like, if you're going to point out that the bigger star doesn't have to be here all the time and he makes more money than you, why is that guy a heel? That sounds awesome.
I'm gonna be honest too, man. It's okay to every once in a while pull out the contract stuff in a fucking promo. That's all these motherfuckers talk about anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, who's making the most money?
Yeah,
and who's charging the most for things?
Who's moving T-shirts? I don't care. Just
I care about.
You want to repossess his car. You are the repo man, and you want to steal the man's car. Let's get back to basics here.
I want the Undertaker to tell me that there's 29 souls that must be laid to rest, and he's going to be the one to do it.
Yeah,
great. I instantly know what this guy's up to.
Not like I had a lot of upfront money in my deal, but he's got more guaranteed money, and they're not letting me restructure this deal. Therefore, I'm gonna beat him in this fake fight that you all know is fake and we acknowledge is fake. It's just like fucking blow me. Yeah. And I'm gonna double crossroad somebody because that makes sense.
And I'm gonna beat the fan favorite who just won the belt in 9 days. All right. So out first is Charisma Machine, president of the WWF, Jack Tunney.
Yeah.
He's just glad people are here for the Royal Rumble. He wasn't sure that they were going to be able to put butts in the seats in the Knickerbocker Arena tonight. He's thrilled people are here to see it.
Yeah. That's good. And, you know what I mean? Let's thank you guys.
Yeah.
You know what?
He starts talking.
Thank you.
Yeah, he starts talking and like, get out of here, Tunney. It's the goddamn Rumble, dude. This isn't about you. You stand there with the belt until the end. That's all you got to do. Number one is the British Bulldog, and since it's a Royal Rumble, do you remember why the British Bulldog can win it?
It's because he's bizarre.
Because he's bizarre.
When did he say that? What year was that?
1997.
That was the 97 Rumble. Yeah, if you guys see the video at the beginning of the 1997 Rumble that shows him arriving to the arena, and I haven't seen it in a long time. He like gets out of his car and he's like, I'm going to win today because I'm bizarre.
Yeah, and they're like, why are you going to win the Rumble? And he goes, because I'm bizarre.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. But, it's a nice blast from the past because that is very much an early 1990s thing to say. So in 97, people were probably like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, it must be some song in Britain that was popular at the time.
It was like when the doctor in Rookie of the Year says "funky butt loving."
Yeah, that was huge for me.
Yeah,
I thought that might be the funniest thing a human being could say. That's the funniest combination of words that a person could say.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Number 2 is the $1 Million Man, and they point out, I know you love $1 Million Man related shenanigans. Every year, the $1 Million Man's gimmick in the Royal Rumble is: did he buy a higher number in the Rumble? Did he pay somebody off for their high number? And this year he's number 2, so obviously he was not able to purchase a higher number.
Yeah, number 2 is a tough one, unless he got one.
Yeah,
and Vince is like
traded with the Bulldog.
Vince is like, best I can do is 2.
Yeah. I hear you. Best I can offer you is 2.
He went to fucking he went to Rick Harrison backstage. Yeah,
Go ahead. I like this early because $1 Million Man is not here. He's here for a short time, but he's trying to get every single move he knows how to do in this fucking Rumble. He's suplexing the British Bulldog all over the place for like a minute and a half, and then Bulldog hits him with a clothesline and sends him out.
Listen, man, Ted DiBiase does not waste a second on screen.
He's every he's $1 Million Man. Every moment is precious.
Yeah.
So no, we get the long this is an awesome shot. We get the long shot down the aisle as number 3 is announced, and you can see it's Flair in the full-on robe, and Bobby Heenan has an aneurysm because Bobby Heenan's been talking all night about how they hope Flair gets a good number. They want him to have a good number, and this becomes maybe the greatest single night of commentary in history. Like Bobby Heenan is electric during this entire thing, but Flair's out at number 3, and Heenan sees him and just goes, "Damn it!"
So butthurt that he's third.
Gorilla Monsoon starts hitting him with the facts. He's like, nobody who's ever drawn numbers 1 through 5 has ever been there at the end. Heenan just goes, "Shut up."
Yeah. All day Heenan he keeps it like, no matter what happens, even when there's a couple times when it's a one-on-one with Flair and somebody else, and Heenan is just yelling, "This is not fair. This is not fair to Flair."
Yeah. Him and Bulldog have a quick little match. I noticed this. I can't tell if this is always the way, but Bulldog goes to military press Flair, and I could see the magician's trick at play because Flair has a handful of Bulldog's hair that he's using to like help balance himself, and while Bulldog's got him up there, and so he just grabbed the back of his head, and then when Bulldog goes to throw him down, he like lets go of the hair. Like, oh, okay, so that's how you do that move. Because like being able to fully press another grown man over your head is really difficult.
What if he doesn't let go of him? He just chucks him and fucking goes down with him.
Yeah, he just rips out all his braids. Number 4, we got Jerry Sags, definitely a guy who's in contention to win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, very likely to win.
Yeah, he gets immediately eliminated by the British Bulldog. We get... Next out that's interesting is Shawn Michaels. So we do get Shawn Michaels in this match trying out the beginning of his new heel persona. But this is literally like 3 weeks after the Rockers break up. So he's not even the Heartbreak Kid yet. He's just now heel Shawn Michaels.
Oh, he wasn't HBK until I didn't know that until later.
Yeah,
on.
It comes not a lot later, but it is a little bit after this. And so, and then I'm watching Shawn Michaels, the British Bulldog, and Ric Flair in the ring, and I'm just thinking Shawn Michaels being like, "Hey, one day I'm going to beat you in front of your sister who has cancer in your home country, and then you, the other guy, I'm going to retire your ass at WrestleMania, and I'm going to be the greatest goddamn wrestler of all time." So,
and you're going to think I'm cute.
Yeah, and guess what? I'm going to know that I'm sexy. beyond that, we get a few more guys out here. Tito Santana, who is now El Matador. Tito Santana. So he's got his Matador costume.
Hey, Dusty.
Yeah.
His name's not Tito.
Go ahead.
That's Chico Santana to you.
Listen, brother. We get the Barbarian.
Down in the Baja, there is no Tito. We have banned the name Tito from the bar.
Unless it's a Tito's and lime, which is all I drink. I drink exclusively in the Baja.
You're not getting any damn Chicos in lime at the Baja.
We get the Barbarian, who also definitely has a chance to win this Royal Rumble.
Also, I would say kind of bizarre. There's a little bit of bizarreness in a lot of places in this one, you know?
Yeah, it's an interesting like cross section because it's still kind of all the 80s cartoon guys, but then there's just like sometimes a regular dude.
Yeah.
Like we get Kerry Von Erich who comes out. This is 92. So I think we're unfortunately about a year before Kerry passes away, but this is kind of a cool thing throughout this Royal Rumble is Flair's got all these tendrils out from all his time being NWA champion. And so you see him like rekindle brief feuds with some of these dudes. So like for a minute, it's 1983 and he's fighting Kerry Von Erich.
Yeah, which is cool.
And which is cool. Up next, we got the Repo Man, who of course is going to commit to his bit and sneak to the ring. So he's always sneaky. It's like he has to be.
That's the interesting thing about the Repo Man. Is he just a cat burglar? Because like most repossessing things is a tough gig. It's like a real job of like I mean, sometimes some people don't like Repo Man. They think that they should not do that.
I think he sneaks because his job is dangerous. Because Repo Men,
you do have to sneak as a Repo Man, but like he's wearing a mask. You know, like
I think it's like a cross between like an old timey burglar and a Repo Man. Maybe they didn't have a good handle on what a Repo Man actually does.
Yeah, but what do we know? He's the Repo Man, so like I guess
that is his job.
Yeah.
Another blast from the past for Flair. Greg Valentine, who looks like my uncle, is out, and it's a weird thing where every year one of the things that they would promote from Greg Valentine is how slow a starter he is in his wrestling matches. They're like, the Royal Rumble is built for Greg Valentine because it takes like 10 minutes for him to get going. So it's such a weird compliment to have in a match where like this guy's gonna suck for like 10 minutes before he gets warm.
You really got to prime the engine with the hammer.
With old Hammer Valentine.
Greg Valentine always just every time I see him I go
Yep. So my wife pointed out that he looks like Conan O'Brien if Conan O'Brien were like shrunk down into a stout professional wrestler.
I think that is a really astute observation by your wife. I think that's a very good one. I also think that he looks like Mama Fratelli from the Goonies.
That's who I was trying to think. Yeah.
He definitely looks. There's a little bit of Mama Fratelli in there.
That's tough.
Yeah.
But of course, Greg Valentine's got beef with Flair from the NWA, so like they also mix it up. Definite contender to win this match. Nikolai Volkov is out, and Gorilla Monsoon
I wrote this
goes. I'll be Bobby Heenan.
I'll be Bobby Heenan.
Yeah, it was like, here comes Nikolai Volkov, newly a fan favorite. You know, things are pretty rough for over there for those Russians right now.
Too bad.
And like throughout all of this, Bobby Heenan's just going, "Where's Flair?" Every few minutes, he's like, "Do you have eyes on Flair?" Wherever he is.
At one point, he's like, "I got to get cage side, or I got to get ringside.
I gotta go to the ring."
And Monsoon's like, "No, you'll stay right here and do your job."
Big Boss Man comes out because now, like, the ring is pretty full of just guys that have no shot to win this match. And finally, the Boss Man comes out and we get some eliminations. He eliminates the Repo Man, which, like, I think in real life, the Boss Man and the Repo Man are they're not in cahoots, but they sort of work arm in arm with each other. But in the WWE, Repo Man's a heel and the Boss Man's the babyface. And so the cats and dogs.
That's the thing. Well, because a policeman every once in a while is going to get a cat out of a tree.
Right.
Repo Man only repos.
Right. He can only repo. So another story that I love about the Boss Man here, he's a year away from leaving WWF because the steroid trial starts and Vince is indicted, and Big Ray Traylor, God love him, is like, well, I can't play the Big Boss Man character in WWF if my boss is a criminal. What kind of credibility do I have as a boss man if I didn't stop the steroid distribution trial? So he goes to WCW into the wilderness for a few years in the mid 90s.
Ray,
a man of utmost principle is the Big Boss Man.
There's an undead Undertaker who derives his powers from a magical urn, Ray.
Yeah,
and you fought that guy before, Ray.
That's a gimmick. Big Boss Man, he lives in his heart. He doesn't know that it's a gimmick.
Hey, Ray.
So
there's a warlord. You know.
Yep.
You know this guy. This one. That guy's not an actual tugboat.
He doesn't actually either have the power of or cause typhoons. He's just a guy. So this is when Heenan says he's got to go to ringside, is during the Big Boss Man's kind of run of the Royal Rumble. Flair throws out the Bulldog and Kerry Von Erich, and then he tries to attack the Barbarian. I love this dynamic of this Royal Rumble where it's like Flair will temporarily team up with a heel or something, in this case the Barbarian. They team up for a second, and then Flair tries to turn on the Barbarian, and Barbarian no-sells his chops, and Flair immediately starts begging off.
Yeah, Flair does a lot of begging off during this match. And I thought Flair was gonna high-five the Barbarian and then do his Flair bump straight to his face.
Yeah,
because he was kind of walking like he was going to do the Flair flop, and but yeah, he basically just high fives him and then turns and just starts chopping him.
Yeah, and, Boss Man or Barbarian gets thrown out, and Bobby Heenan goes, "Take a hike" to Barbarian. And then it's just Boss Man and Flair, and the Boss Man goes for like a flying attack and hits the top rope and basically kills himself, eliminating himself. He like clotheslines himself on the bottom rope as he's going over the top, and really impressive bump by Ray Traylor. But then it's just Flair in the ring.
It looked like it looked like the rope had been electrified. Like he, yeah. Because Boss Man didn't land the way that he landed. He was angled towards the center of the ring instead of angling outwards. So like he wanted to bounce back into the ring, so he had to like hold on to the rope and keep bouncing himself on the ring until he got his weight pushed all the way to the other side. Then he just flopped like a fish all the way to the ground.
Anyway. Then it's just Flair in the ring, and Heenan starts going, Flair, he's the winner, right? and Gorilla Monsoon has to be like, there's more people left. And they're like, it's like, come on, he's the only one left. And then so this is one of the only things that I think they do improve on in the later Royal Rumbles is I like when they play the music of the guy who's coming out.
Yes.
They didn't do this for every Royal Rumble, but Flair's the only one in the ring. And then the buzzer beeps, and it's Rowdy Piper. And Ric Flair's face when he realizes it's Rowdy Piper is one of our great, we have to put it in the Hall of Fame of face acting, where he's just like, he's like, man, I really wish it wasn't Rowdy Piper. I was really hoping it wasn't.
I was crossing my fingers for a Repo Man, but he's already out.
I was hoping the Mighty Hercules was coming out. Yeah. But his face when he sees Piper, and then Piper goes insane on Flair, of course, with punches and stuff. They go all around ringside and onto the floor, and then Piper puts him in the airplane spin. And this is, of course, going back to the NWA as well. And the territories, these guys have been partners and rivals. And then Rowdy Piper, MMA has ruined this move for me when I watch old wrestling. He just puts on the loosest sleeper possible. Dude, that's an all-time face.
There's the Flair face when he realizes that Roddy Piper's coming to the ring. Ah, fuck! Oh man!
It's not the mighty Hercules. God damn it.
But yeah, I mean the sleeper holds are tough. The sleeper holds are tough. I do like one of my favorite Royal Rumble like devices is Hero in the ring by himself waiting for like everybody's been cleared out, so somebody gets to be in the ring for a second. Like they did it with Stone Cold and they've done, you know. And then you are right. Music would enhance that whole situation for sure.
Yeah, if it were the bagpipe, because that's the Steve Austin when he does the hands on the head when he hears Bret Hart's music in the '97 Royal Rumble. So the music would have helped, but still an awesome moment here. While Piper has Flair in the sleeper hold, Jake the Snake comes out. And of course, because Jake the Snake's just the lowest lowdown dirtbag possible, he just gets in the ring and he's like ushering to Piper. He's like, "It's cool, man. I got no problems." And he just gets in the ring and just sits in the corner. And then finally, when Piper turns his back, Jake attacks him. And Bobby Heenan thanks Jake the Snake. And it's like, "Oh, Jake, you're so great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it." And then Jake clotheslines Flair and immediately is on Bobby Heenan's shit list again. Just like this is the finest performance from Bobby Heenan of all time.
He knew what to say every time.
Yeah.
I wonder with these, like, did they tell him that Flair's going to make a run? Did they tell him Flair's going to win? Like, so because they knew. They had to have known that he was going to be additive to this whole thing if Flair wins. So I'm wondering if they gave him any indication that who was going to win this.
Well, Flair says he didn't know that he was going to win until he got to the building that day.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I don't have any reason to not believe Flair, but it's interesting that because this match we'll talk about it a little later. Like there's a lot of stuff that comes out of this match that kind of goes different ways, which makes me think this might not have been the original plan. But while it's still Jake and Piper and Flair, Piper saves Flair, and this might be the best part of Bobby Heenan's night, where Piper saves Flair from Roberts, and Bobby Heenan goes, "Thank you, Roddy. Oh, it's a kilt. It's been a kilt all along. It's not a dress or it's not a skirt. It's a kilt." And then Piper starts attacking Flair, and immediately Bobby Heenan goes, "You no good freak, you skirt wearing freak." just on a dime, his allegiance will turn.
Yeah.
So funny.
That's great.
We get some more guys. IRS comes out dressed in full like suspenders and tie. And he's in no rush to get to the ring to be eliminated. But every time that there's a new guy that comes out, Jake Roberts, like you can tell in the match, it's pointed out, like he turns around to see who's coming out to make sure it's not Macho Man before he goes back to doing whatever he's doing, because he knows he stepped over the line. Not only did I attack this man with a goddamn King Cobra, I ruined his wedding. I slapped his wife.
Yeah,
I've habitually line stepped for weeks.
And this isn't just anybody.
No, you've the race car's already in the red for Macho Man on a good day.
This is Cho. So, like you don't mess with anybody that Cho loves. You mess with somebody that Cho loves, you're in trouble, dog. Like
it's gonna be tough.
It's on site.
Jimmy Snuka comes out looking like a guru of some sort of exercise religion that definitely is going to get canceled in the near future. It's just fun. They would always just dust off Jimmy Snuka at random intervals, and it's like, "Hey, do you got 6 minutes in you, Jimmy, to be out here? We need 30 guys."
Dude, it seems like every time we watch anything with more than 3 wrestlers in it, from like 1996 and earlier, or maybe even 97. I think was he in this 97 Rumble?
He was in the 1996 Survivor Series as a surprise.
There it is. Like that, just fucking Jimmy Snuka's ass just wanders off to the stage with his square head. And let's not allowed to make fun of a murderer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Alleged murderer.
We can go alleged if we want, but come on, man.
We get the Undertaker coming out. So the gimmick that they run is that since Hogan and Undertaker both have claims on the world title, they got to pick out of the pool between numbers 20 and 30. They were guaranteed a spot between number 20 and number 30, and I believe the Undertaker is number 20. So just barely getting in, but he's still in there.
Yep.
He still has gray gloves, so he's still full on in zombie mode.
Okay.
He's not gone purple Redeemer Undertaker.
Yeah.
So he immediately shit cans Jimmy Snuka, just making sure that Snuka knows he ain't shit.
Yeah.
I beat you at WrestleMania 7. I'll throw your ass out here too.
He's like Derek Lewis, man. When Derek Lewis beat up Travis Brown, they asked him why he was so happy. He's like, well, that guy likes to beat up on women. That's the Undertaker.
Yep. That's he's
where Ronda Rousey fine ass at? He said.
Okay. So then the next guy is Randy Savage, and they primed on commentary. They pointed out that Jake the Snake is always looking to see who's coming out. So Savage, fucking out of a cannon, runs to the ring, and you can see Jake the Snake immediately just powder to the floor, under the bottom rope. And Savage gets in the ring, and he's looking around, but he can't find Jake the Snake, and then he runs into the Undertaker, who blindsides him, and then Jake gets in the ring. Gets back in the ring and starts beating up Savage. Like, sometimes you got to work smarter, not harder, Macho.
Yeah, you just gotta. And Jake understood, man. Like he knew what was going on. Like,
yeah,
he messed with Cho.
Pretty quickly though, Randy Savage gets the advantage. Starts beating the dog shit out of Jake the Snake.
Yeah,
hits a top rope axe handle on him, which is an ill-advised move in a Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
but and then hits him with a knee lift over to send Jake and eliminate him. But then Savage jumps over the top rope like a goddamn moron.
Yeah,
to keep beating up Jake the Snake, and then the Undertaker has to go get him. And on commentary, they're trying to, because I don't think that he was supposed to do that. And so now commentary is trying to figure out, how do we explain that Macho Man isn't eliminated, even though he just jumped over the top rope? And what they come to is nobody threw him over the top rope, which is a different rule than, like, it just depending on whatever purpose they needed, that rule either applies or it doesn't.
Yeah. Nobody threw the Big Boss Man off the top rope over the top rope.
Yeah, unless you count the top rope as the eliminating factor in the Big Boss Man's elimination.
Boinging that motherfucker over the top.
Yeah.
Nobody threw nor object boinged the Macho Man over.
Yeah, he did it of his own free will and volition. And in the 1989 Royal Rumble, Andre the Giant eliminated himself because he was afraid of Jake the Snake's snake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So Andre is the uncrowned winner of the 1989 Royal Rumble.
Dude, I just rewatched fucking. I'm gonna play it. Fuck it, dude. I'll remove it if we get. I just want to show. I just want to show the Big Boss Man going over this top rope. Here he goes. Listen, he gets up. He goes after. I think I might have fallen back. Oh, he goes. It does a little kind of like a little axe kick. He gets all stoked. I'm playing too long. I did not mean to play this long. He jumps, lands, doesn't go too far enough, so he has to kick himself over, and he fish flops over the top.
But such a great bump.
It's so funny.
It's almost the big hand. Like the top rope is acting, or the bottom rope is acting like the big hand.
Yeah, it's like
it just fucking flies up and hits Boss Man in the face.
Have you seen the Jackass thing where they had all the tasers on strings and they had to try to get through the room?
Yep.
And Bam's bump during that is one of my favorite Jackass bumps of all time. That's the thing. I think of all the Jackass guys, Bam Margera takes the best bumps.
Yeah, Bam, I think is the top. Well, I mean, Knoxville, the bull, famously, that bump nearly killed him.
Yeah, but there wasn't as much style to that bump. Like Bam,
he doesn't take as aesthetically pleasing bumps.
I'm trying because Bam, like, he does it with dramatics. He does it with like the limp wristedness. Like he's like a he's like a what is the he's like a ringmaster. You know, like
it's like Captain Jack Sparrow if he got it with the big hand.
Now I'm going after Paramount. They're going to kick me out of this, but here he comes. Here he comes. He's going over the thing. Look at this. See, he knows how to fall. That man knows how to fall.
You're gonna sit there, and some idiot's gonna say, "Oh, they know how to fall." We get this is interesting to me. I never realized this. This is the first time that Ric Flair and Randy Savage ever interacted, like in a wrestling context, in a match.
Oh wow, that's yeah.
Which makes sense. I just thought maybe before Savage joined the WWF, they might have ran into each other a time or two. But so they have that, and then the Berserker comes out. His love for you is like a truck berserker.
I got that wrong last time. They were mad at me in the comments. I said like a clock, and they were real mad at me.
But you were doing the joke. That's I hate to tell everybody, it's a comedy podcast.
Well, that's forced through the trees. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm doing here.
And it turns out Berserker's whole thing is that he picks people up and throws them over the top rope as his finishing move. That's like his thing in regular matches. So it seems like you've built the perfect machine for this contraption that you've invented. But like, it's very funny to me because also in the ring, there's a lot of just guys, but it's like Virgil's here, Ric Flair, Macho Man, and then it's like Undertaker and Berserker. So it's like there's two definitive. It's like here's a bunch of guys, and then like here's a dude who thinks he's a Viking, and here's a dude who thinks he's a zombie, and they all work at the same place. And so if it were like take your wife or your kids to work day, you'd be like, oh, that's Macho Man. His thing is that he's crazy. That's Jake the Snake. He's got snakes. That's the Berserker. He's a Viking. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
He carries a sword and shield to the ring normally, of course. And then there's Virgil. He's just a guy.
He used to follow a rich guy around for a while, eventually hit him with his belt and he stepped in. Dude, it's a long story.
There's the rich guy over there, but other than that, he's like pretty normal.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any extra powers.
He's just not very nice. You want to stay away from that guy.
Yeah. But we all have to take the same HR training.
Yeah.
I sat next to the Berserker during the HR training.
Yeah.
But
dude, when Virgil came in, he threw the worst punches I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Like he's just not very good. Unfortunately, rest in peace.
They were like sad, like weird, but I was like, what is he doing?
He like not that maybe Virgil's never been in a scrap. He looks like a dude who's never thrown a real punch before. Like he doesn't understand the mechanics of how you would throw an actual punch.
He's doing some like alligator. I don't know, dude. I don't want to Listen, I'm never above disparaging the dead. I will disparage the dead constantly.
Right.
Those are the people we should disparage. They're dead.
It's one of your favorite things to do.
Yeah, but I feel like Virgil's face has been in the doo-doo enough. He just threw bad punches.
Yeah. We get Colonel Mustafa, who is the Iron Sheik, obviously, who waddles out to the ring.
Why are we changing his name? What happened there?
Well, because whenever Sergeant Slaughter was a traitor to America, remember, he needed a group of guys. But I don't know if we were mad at Iran at that point. We probably were. But so Iron Sheik became Colonel Mustafa, who was in league with Evil Sergeant Slaughter as part of the Iraqi coalition.
Okay.
So
it's interesting.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Rick Martel comes out, and you can tell the crowd is like begging for a star to come out because it's been since Savage at least nobody big has come out, and they're like, when? It's like when are they gonna get to the fireworks factory situation is starting to build because and so finally Hogan comes out, and I gotta say, this is the end of Hogan, basically, but he does get a big pop in this match. People are stoked to see Hogan, at least in early '92.
So you're saying this is the end of Hogan in what context? Like, does he leave for WCW shortly thereafter, or is this the end of him being the top guy?
I think this is the end of him being the top guy. Because at WrestleMania 8, he's kind of soft pedaling a retirement Like he wrestles at WrestleMania 8. And they do this
I'll leave, brother. I'm gonna leave.
Well, they basically are like, you have to leave because you lied on the Arsenio Hall show and looked like an idiot, and I'm about to be indicted. So you got to disappear for a minute, Terry.
All right, brother, you got me.
Yeah, look, pull the Hulkster once. That's on me. But they're like, we gotta showcase some of these smaller guys who don't look insane on TV. So Hogan's out, and they've seeded the ring with enough dudes for Hogan to like overpower and throw out. Like Rick Martel, no chance.
Crowd happy to see him too.
Tossed. Yeah, and again, the crowd is happy to see him here. They haven't turned on him yet, but this is also the first real Ric Flair Hogan interaction, which again makes sense. They were running parallel to each other, but not in the same company ever. So
that's interesting.
Skinner comes out, top of my board as a guy who could win this whole thing. Skinner,
dude, listen, I watched this.
Yeah,
when you said Skinner came out, I was like,
no recollection of Skinner.
Who? No, he didn't. Skinner.
Yeah. Skinner. There's a really funny moment where Flair whips Hogan into the turnbuckle and woos at him, and Hogan just comes running out with a clothesline and blast Flair with it. Flair's been in there.
You don't woo me, bitch. Oh,
yeah, he's been in there a long time.
Skinner's the Australian bush guy. The tobacco guy. Okay.
Yeah.
I know who Skinner is. I saw him briefly. Didn't know that was his name.
Sergeant Slaughter gets to come out, so that's one more guy who has beef with Flair from the 80s. Number 29 is Sid Justice, just looking fucking jacked.
Yeah.
Sid looks insane.
Big fucker. The old Sidster.
Certified. The bloom is kind of off the rose for Sid, unfortunately. Even at this point, he's only been in the company about 8 months. But I think they thought they had the next big baby face, and it turned out that Sid has a natural charisma that will make people cheer for him. He is not good as a baby face. He's also not good as a heel. He's just Sid. Like if they could have figured out the Brock Lesnar thing for Sid in the 90s, I think it would have worked a lot better, where it's just like you just point him in the direction of a guy and let the crowd decide if they want to cheer for him or not. That's Sid's thing.
Yeah, man. I mean, and he screams.
Yeah.
You got a problem with,
and then
if you do you like screaming? Do you like big fuckers?
Yeah. Last, do you like blonde mullets?
Yeah.
Because I've got a guy for you. Last but not least, of course, coming in at number 30, the Warlord, but he forgot the W wand backstage, so that's immediately an L for the Warlord. He's on his way
trying to look cool, and he's like, motherfucker, I forgot the fucking wand.
I forgot the W wand.
Oh, man.
How am I going to curse my opponents?
We're supposed to hit Sid with that fucking thing and leave a W on his forehead. It was going to be funny. The comic relief of the show, they said it was going to be.
A story I've heard of the Warlord that you can take with a grain of salt is that, if you'll believe it, one time he asked another wrestler to shoot him with steroids. And that wrestler went to do it and pushed in the plunger, took the needle out, and liquid came out. And they said, I think you're about full up. Because the Warlord might be the most jacked guy in history to make absolutely zero impact for being so jacked.
He's huge. Yeah. He looks like a normal guy in a giant guy's body too. Like,
yeah.
But I had to inject a guy with steroids one time in his back, and I couldn't push. I didn't push hard enough at first because I wanted to hurt him. It was my friend, like Ryan Dunn. Shout out.
Yeah.
And he was finally like, dude, just put it in there. And I just fucking, I stabbed that
motherfucker. You went from this to this.
Yeah. I smoked that dude.
Of course, Warlord gets thrown out because he doesn't have his wand. Fucking loser. and
Yeah.
IRS gets eliminated by Hulk Hogan via his tie. So we're down to the final four, which are Hogan, Sid, Ric Flair, and Randy Savage. Pretty good final four, turns out.
That is a pretty iconic group of fellers, huh?
Yeah.
Hold on, I got
Sid.
I got the Warlord real quick.
Yeah.
Let me see. God damn.
Yeah. That just like he is a certified big fucking, but like too big. That's like, well, I guess Overeem could still fight, but it's like it's almost too big to be practical.
Yeah,
you know, like if you can't fit through a door, you might need to take a little off the, you know.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like I don't know how the general public felt in the '90s, but I don't need my wrestlers to be like bodybuilders, like you know what I mean. Like, but Sid's pretty fucking big too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Sid is like country strong. Like Sid, he got yoked like lifting bales of hay and shit, and is also like 6'10", so it sort of proportions better in my mind on Sid than it does on the Warlord.
I can see that he looks more like a jacked guy that didn't, but like I mean Sid took steroids. Look at his fucking traps, dude.
Yeah, I like he looks insane, to be sure. Like the Sid Vicious WCW action figure had those traps too, which made it really impractical for like playing with the action figure, because like it never like sat right when you were trying to like suplex him or whatever, because the other wrestlers couldn't handle the plastic traps.
I feel like of the guys left. Okay, what? Tell me who's left now again.
We got Hogan, Sid, Flair, and Savage.
Which one, based solely on personality, not on like iconic value, right?
Yeah.
He hits you up and says, "Hey, dude, you want to go to a bar?" Which one? Which one do you think is the best time? Because it's between, for me.
Yeah.
It's between like the guy, not even the best time. I guess his best time, but like who would you get along with the most? Like who would you be like, you know what, that was a good time that I had that night. For me, it's between Sid and Savage.
Yeah, I think like my instinct is to say Savage, but like even if I don't count all the stuff I really know about Macho Man, he's wound pretty tight. That might not be as fun a time as I think. I think Sid was a pretty regular dude.
That's what I'm saying.
So it might be Sid. The rankings are going to go Sid, Flair, Savage, Hogan.
That's what it is for you, Sid, Flair, Savage, Hogan.
Yeah.
I think I'm at Sid. Dude, Hogan and Flair is a tough one for me because I know Hogan was like a jerk who lied all the time, but like just to go out with him one time, you know, and we're taking away the iconic thing. So like I'm not saying because it's Hulk Hogan and like you get to, but I'm just saying like
hanging out with Terry.
I bet you could sit at a bar with Terry and have good time. You know what I mean? Like we're taking.
I feel like a few drinks in, Terry might have some opinions that are going to be a problem.
That's fair, but so does the people who I see at my local bar, and I have a good time.
That's true. Yeah,
Flair's looking for blow more. I think more likely that Terry is.
No, see, from everything that I know about Flair, he just liked to drink, and he drank clear liquor. So he would drink like kamikazes all night. And not somehow not get super fucked up.
He wasn't as far as you know. He wasn't like a big drug guy. Know,
no, oh, I mean I'm sure he tooted. You know what I mean? I'm sure, but
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Who would I want to hang? That's a different power ranking based on who I'd want to hang out with if they were doing blow.
It's pretty clearly for me. If we're doing blow, it's. I think the safest guy you could be with is Hulk Hogan because I think the other guys are likely to break a fucking chair over somebody's head.
Yeah,
if you're doing blow.
I think Sid slides right. Sid and Savage are battling for the bottom of that power ranking for me, for sure.
If cocaine joins the party, but I do think it's between Sid and Savage for Like, who would be the most fun just to chill with? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's just the only thing is like Savage. I've heard both that like he's incredibly wound tight, which makes sense, or that he could be like pretty dour. Weirdly, like he could get like real melancholy,
Like depressive.
yeah, like which is also kind of a bummer.
Oh man, I lost all my joy.
Yeah, people are always asking me how savage I can be, but they're never asking me why I'm so savage. You know? Wouldn't I like to be soft sometimes, also, bro? Yeah, man, I don't know. Shit's crazy.
Have you ever listened to Bright Eyes?
Yeah. Oh, if Macho Man were into Bright Eyes, that's a great night out. He and I can talk about Lifted or the stories in the soil. Keep your ear to the ground.
Listen, dude, but like you and Sid at a Def Leppard show, fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
that's fun times. I'm not gonna. I'd go to an AC/DC concert with any of these dudes for sure.
Yeah,
that's happening. I'm thinking singing Thunderstruck on Sid's shoulders because he's gonna lift me up so I can see. Yeah. So Sid has Macho Man up kind of for a body slam, and he gets kneed in the back from Flair, so he eliminates Savage. Finally, someone has initiated the elimination, so Savage is out.
Yeah.
And then Hogan and Flair are fighting by the ropes, and Flair's outside of the ring on the apron. Hogan's in the ring trying to push him out. Sid comes over, flips Hogan over the top to the floor. That's a clean elimination.
Yep.
There's no red card to be had there. Hogan takes offense to the fact that in a match where he can be eliminated, he has in fact been eliminated.
Yeah, he's butthurt. He's real butthurt.
He's not a good loser.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, myself and Terry share that one thing together. I do not take losing graciously if there are stakes involved. Unfortunately,
it's not fun.
I wish I was better at it. Still mad about the Christmas party.
Yeah. Yeah, we got second place in the Christmas party to a guy who rapped a song and did a Rubik's Cube at the same time.
Yeah,
I swear to God, I hate Rubik's Cubes. Like I see somebody doing a Rubik's Cube, I am not impressed anymore.
No, the magic's gone.
No,
get out of here, dude.
You just got a formula, you bitch.
So while Hogan's on the floor, he starts jawing with Sid in the ring, and then he grabs Sid's like arm sleeve and starts trying to pull Sid out. So then Flair is able to come up behind him and flip Sid over, and Flair wins the Royal Rumble and the world title in about an hour and 3 minutes. And Flair was in the ring for about an hour of it.
Yeah,
the official time is a little over an hour.
He beat Rick Martel's record from the year before, which was like 52 minutes.
Yeah, unfortunately, Flair is going to leave the company the following year, and at Royal Rumble 93, they have Bob Backlund beat Flair's record from 92.
Fuck.
Yeah.
3 years in a row they beat the record, huh? And that record has been broken since, right? Didn't somebody recently just break the record?
Yeah, I think Daniel Bryan has the record for the 40-man Rumble, but that's like a different thing. And I think maybe Mysterio at least had the record at one point for the regular 30-man Royal Rumble.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, 62 minutes and 2 seconds. This gets 3 3/4 stars. I still really like this match just because, I mean, you have to be kind of a wrestling nerd, but like all of the various interactions that you run into with Flair bouncing off of all these guys that he's had feuds with in the 80s, it is a chance. Flair thinks that the reason that he won this, and also the reason that he was number 3, was to kind of show off his his cardio and the fact that he can wrestle for extended periods of time, because that's one of Flair's calling cards, is like having 60-minute matches and being a guy that can go at a high level for a long time, which is not something generally that the WWF had.
Yeah, and it's cool. Like, I mean, Flair's a very specific guy. So I looked it up. So Flair's record is no longer in the top 5 for the 30-man Rumble.
Wow.
So number 5, we've got Chris Jericho, 1 hour 13 seconds. What was Flair's?
Flair was in there. Hold on, I have it. Let's see.
It's 1 hour 2 seconds. Ha! Fuck it.
Yeah.
Suck it. 11 seconds. It is very much like Jericho to beat you by 11 seconds.
Yep.
He entered number 2 and made it that long. It wasn't the record at the time though, so it just had him beat Flair. Chris Benoit, 1 hour 1 minute 1 second in the 2004 Royal Rumble.
Yep.
Bob Backlund, somewhere between 1 hour 1 minute and 10 seconds and 1 hour 1 minute and 15 seconds. I don't know why there's a range. In 1993, Rey Mysterio, 2006, 1 hour 2 minutes 12 seconds, entered number 2 and won the match. But there's a number 1, Dusty. Do you have any idea who number 1 is?
That's ahead of Mysterio.
Ahead of Mysterio.
Okay.
It's happened. It happened in the last 5 years.
Okay, so we're talking 2021 to now.
Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, it wouldn't be Roman Reigns. It would have. Gunther.
2023 entered number 1, ended up the runner-up. 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 40 seconds. Who won that Rumble? I don't know.
Cody Rhodes.
Oh, shit.
Of course.
All right.
Yeah. Adrenaline's in his soul.
Yeah.
That's impressive. And also I love Gunther, so I'm glad he's at the top of our list.
Big fan. I worked out with him.
Yeah. So some interesting things from this Royal Rumble. There are 16 competitors in this Royal Rumble that have won a WWF championship of some kind, either the tag title, the Intercontinental title, the world title.
Okay.
Yeah, so half of the field, a little over half the field.
Okay.
21 of the I'm sorry, there's 16 past champions at the time. So in 92 there were 16 competitors that had won a title of some description. Overall, now there are 21 wrestlers who held a title. Because some of them won.
Had Undertaker not been the champ yet?
No, Undertaker Shawn Michaels had not won a title.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Up until this point, and so there are 8 WWF champions in total up to today that were in this Rumble.
Let me think. Let me see if I can name the 8 or come close. Flair.
Yep.
Hogan.
Yep.
Savage.
Yep.
Sid.
Yep.
Shawn Michaels.
Mm-hmm.
Undertaker.
Yep.
I'm trying to think. Okay. Because I'm not looking at the list right now.
Right.
Try not to look at the list. Are there glaring ones that? Jake the Snake was never champion. Roddy Piper.
No, not Roddy
Piper. Never champion. Fuck.
No. There's an obvious one and there's a sneaky one.
There's an obvious one and a sneaky one. I'm trying to think of the obvious one. We've got Flair. We've got Savage. We've got sneaky one is are we counting Ted DiBiase for buying the title?
No, that's also sneaky, but I didn't count him.
Oh, okay. So fuck.
You could have 9. The guy won the belt, but he won it under a different name. That's why it's sneaky.
Oh, is that Iron Sheik?
Yeah, Iron Sheik.
Okay.
Yep.
Obvious one. Man, I'm annoyed by this because I bet it's gonna I bet it's gonna annoy me.
A compatriot of and also adversary to the Iron Sheik at various times. We talked about it a little earlier.
Was it Sergeant Slaughter?
Sergeant Slaughter.
Fuck, that actually popped into my head and I didn't say it.
Yeah, he won it during his Iraqi sympathizer phase.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, that's the best time to make him the champ. There were 5 WCW champions in this Royal Rumble. You want to give those a shot? They're
Hogan, Flair, Savage. Hogan, Flair, Savage.
Another guy that had been both.
Was
So like,
fuck. Hogan, Flair, Savage. Was Piper ever the WCW champion?
no.
God damn, nobody gave him the belt.
Nope.
What the fuck? Hogan, Flair, Savage. Was Sid
Sid.
and Flair, Savage, Sid. And this is just the world title, right?
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't know, dude. Who's the other one?
Kerry Von Erich.
Oh
was
yeah,
NWA champion
God damn it, that's annoying.
for
Okay.
like 6 days.
Yeah.
So, there have been.
I was thinking
Sev-
WCW straight up rather than
Yeah,
the NWA.
sorry.
No, it's all
That's-
good. It's
I
all
coulda-
good.
17 tag champions and 8 intercontinental champions
Okay.
in this match. Guys who never won a belt but were involved in this match include, if you'd believe it, the Mighty Hercules, the Warlord, Skinner, the Berserker, Virgil, Jimmy Snuka, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the Barbarian. Or I said Barbarian already, and surprisingly, the only guy on this list that should have won one probably Jake the Snake. So
Yeah, that is crazy, man. That's by the way, we didn't mention fucking when Duggan comes out, he's got a big reception. At one point, he hits the ho, and he's gonna. As soon as he does that, he gets atomic dropped onto his nuts by Jake the Snake. It was very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I wish. I mean, he got screwed by Warrior,
yeah,
but I wish he would have taken better care of himself and like not, because I bet that's part of the reason he was never the champion in a lot of ways, because he was just not dependable.
well, he got screwed during the Hogan run because he came in as a heel and was going to work with Hogan, and they shot an angle where Jake attacks Hulk Hogan, and instead of cheering for Hogan, the crowd started chanting DDT. And so they did not air that, and then they turned Jake the Snake babyface. So, because in 1986, they're not fucking with the money to put the belt on Jake the Snake.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, man. All
Tough.
right.
So then he's a babyface the entire time that Hogan's a babyface, and so he's not running at the champ. And then whenever he turns heel in 91, there is a chance that he could have, they could have put the belt on him, but by that point, like you're saying, he's a lot less reliable and also not the top heel because they have Flair come in. Play the 5 of the wrestlers from this match were involved in the Triple Doomsday cage match from Uncensored 96 that won worst match of the year. So we got Haku, the Barbarian, Ric Flair, Macho Man, and Hulk Hogan all in the Doomsday cage.
I was gonna guess that Greg the Hammer Valentine was in that, but I think I got him and Kevin Sullivan mixed up.
Yeah, not a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Play the age game real quick. How old do you think Shawn Michaels was in 1992 Royal Rumble?
24.
26.
Okay.
Not bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's always slightly older than I think he is in a lot of these.
Yeah. The mullet keeps his youth.
Yeah.
How old's the Hulkster here?
Ooh. 92. I mean, he's bald, but that happens to young guys.
He's been bald.
I'm
He
thinking.
stayed bald.
Let's see. When does he go to WCW? Okay, so NWO happens in 96, 97.
Yep.
I'm gonna guess he's mid 40s when NWO happens. So I'm gonna go with, this is like 4 or 5. I'm saying he's 40 on the dot. 40 years old.
Close to get 38.
Okay. I'm all right with that.
Yep.
I'll take 2 years for sure. I'll take 2 years.
How old is Colonel Mustafa / the Iron Sheik?
Fuck.
In 1992. And immortal is off the board. It's not an answer.
Let's see. He was on Opie and Anthony, like peeing his pants when he was like I think he was like in his 80s in like 2010. So this is 90. That's crazy that 92 is only 18 years before 2010. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't like it.
I'm gonna guess though. I'm gonna guess he's like 52.
49.
All right, 3 years. I'll
the
take
Iron
3 years
Sheik.
as
Those
well.
are Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
That dude, he's got leather skin. He always looks old to me. I'm gonna guess.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like no matter what year you ask me, Jimmy Snuka is between 46 and 60 years old. I'm gonna say he is in 1992, 46.
Wow, close. He is 48. He's a year younger than the Iron Sheik in 92.
That's wild. That's wild.
When I was looking up Jimmy Snuka's age, he got some superlatives from the Wrestling Observer newsletter. In 1984, he was voted most unimproved wrestler. And also in 1984, most washed up wrestler. 8 years before Royal Rumble 92, they were already like, it's over. We can't Snuka anymore.
And it probably was. You know what I mean? Like, by the way, I saw like a graphic the other day of like all-time leaders in 5-star matches for Meltzer. You can't really take any of his ratings seriously in the past like 10 years, 15 years.
I think. Well, I mean, when he broke the scale, for Okada versus Omega, then I'm like, well, what's the point, dude? If you can get a 6-star match and the scale is 5, then what are we doing? And now I think there's even above a 6-star match, and so
I think so nothing ever has been anywhere clear that like okay.
Like Flair and Steamboat is 5 stars, but Will Ospreay has like a ton of matches that are over. I think he has the most 5 stars ever.
Yeah,
and it's like which is great. I think Will Ospreay is a great wrestler, but it's like just set the scale and then everything can be on equal footing.
Yeah,
if they're all 5 stars, that means they're all great matches. But as soon as you break the scale, then you start to like, okay, so Flair and Steamboat's 5. Which was perfect, but now Okada versus Omega is 6. So what are you doing?
Yeah,
you know,
it's sad.
And finally, let's go for our winner, the age of Nature Boy Ric Flair in 1991.
92.
Oh, I'm sorry, 92. Yes.
Okay. I think Ric Flair currently is like 81 years old.
Okay.
That's my guess. But he might be younger than that. He might be in his 70s. If he's okay, say he's 80. Say he's 80 in right now. That means that we're going back. God damn, that's a long time ago. 34 years. So that would put him at 80 minus 34 is 46, which I think is pretty good. I'm actually gonna shave a couple years here. I'm gonna go 44 years old.
Ric Flair would be insulted as he is a spry 41 years old on the night of his Royal Rumble
I've been
victory.
within 3 years of every guy.
Yeah. So he's actually 3 years older than Hogan, which is crazy, like, to think about when you look at the two of them. Like,
yeah.
I would have assumed Hogan was the older guy. Oh, we forgot to mention.
But if you looked at him, even though like Hogan died, if you looked at them like a couple months before Hogan died earlier, Flair looks older.
Oh yeah, Flair. I started watching the show The Tick. Are you familiar with The Tick in any form?
I mean,
blue superhero guy.
I've seen pictures of it. I've never seen it though.
Do me a favor, look up The Terror from The Tick. That's what Ric Flair looks like these days. The villain from The Tick. And I was watching it going, oh no, that's the Nature Boy.
We talking animated? We talking live action?
2016. The Tick.
That fucking guy, goddamn. You're really going after our guy Ric Flair, but unfortunately you are correct.
I don't mean
damn! Look at that guy!
You telling me that's not a rock star?
Because I am a rock star.
Have you seen my daughter Charlotte wrestle? Like, I hate to do it to him.
Yeah,
he look. You know,
kind of did to himself. Shout out to Radiohead.
Yeah, I was gonna say Skeletor, but that I don't know which one is more.
Listen, man,
upsetting.
I'm sick of being compared to Skeletor, but I'd rather be compared to Skeletor than this guy.
The Terror.
The Terror.
Yeah,
you never want to be called the Terror.
We forgot to mention there's a backstage promo after Flair wins the belt where he cuts an amazing promo. Like Mean Gene tees him up, and Flair goes, "With a tear in my eye, this is the greatest day of my entire life." And Mr. Perfect and Bobby Heenan are in the background behind him, just wooing it up. And then it's clear that Mr. Perfect wants to get this line out while Flair is cutting his promo. Mr. Perfect really wants to do the "we're not the kind of guys to say we told you so, but we told you so" with Bobby Heenan, but he like can't get in.
We're not the
where
kind
he needs to.
We're not the kind of guys. We're not the say I told.
And Bobby Heenan's just breathlessly. I've never seen anything so impressed. I've never been so impressed with anything I've ever seen in my entire life. He was out there for an hour and he took it to every single guy. Never took a back step.
I wonder if Flair, like, I know it's a character, but if Flair ever like sent Bobby Heenan a watch or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because no greater hype man could you hope for than Bobby the Brain Heenan.
It just enhanced everything, dude. It just, And Flair kept saying it's the best moment of his life. Charlotte's probably at home going, dude, what the fuck, man?
Well, she's probably like, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, I would like to win the Royal Rumble and beat the record. And
Yeah. I'd like to be the champ. Yeah. And so this is all of course leading to WrestleMania 8, but I think we will pick up at WrestleMania 8 next week. We'll leave Ric Flair in his post Royal Rumble glory for tonight.
Was I actually was going to ask you, was Perfect injured? Is that why he?
Yeah, he had like kind of retired because he had a back injury. Yeah, and so he was gone for a bit, and then he comes back as the executive counsel to Ric Flair, which is a pretty good pairing. In my opinion,
sure.
Like it totally works, and it's so funny because they give Flair, Perfect, and Bobby Heenan as like mouthpieces, but Flair doesn't need a mouthpiece at all. And so it's just three guys who can all cut incredible promos hanging out with each other. So
I bet they had a great time.
You've really put all of your forces together with one guy. And I bet it's because I can bet that it's still Vince doing the classic Vince thing of like, do people know who Ric Flair is? He's never been in the WWF.
You know who they know who it is fucking Kurt Hennig. They know Hennig.
They know Hennig, and they know Bobby the Brain Heenan from my television for the last several years, and never from his other great things he did. But like apparently it's all over Flair's books and everything. Like what a great time he had in WWF, that he just came in and it was like immediately Vince backed him and knew he had a guy, and he's like, it's the best 2 years of my career was being there, and because he probably never had to deal with it. You didn't have to deal with any Jim Herd bullshit because it's like Vince is the guy to who all the decisions are made through. So they're like that, he doesn't have to deal with any of that other stuff. Kind of a Dusty Rhodes situation, except Flair also gets to be the top guy.
Yeah.
So
and then he burns this bridge and fucking leaves again, and then
has to come back. Well, I think he leaves because Vince was like, I got to start pushing the younger guys. And Flair was like, so where does that leave me? And they're like, well, we don't really know. And he's like, all right, well,
Have you ever heard of Schitt's Creek? Have you ever been to Schitt's Creek?
Hey, pal.
Give me that paddle.
Yeah.
Turn in your paddle. I'm sending you to Schitt's Creek.
I think Flair said that Vince had told him, like, we have a handshake deal. If at any point you don't feel like you want to be here anymore or whatever, like, no hard feelings. It's all good.
Yeah,
you can go. Because like this is kind of borrowed. You know, he's on like not borrowed time, but it's like bonus for Vince that he gets the guy that's synonymous with his competition.
Yeah,
to just
fell
run.
into his lap. Yeah,
yeah. So he's not like hurt about it. You know, I can promote Flair on a few of my things. I can get some money out of it. But we'll talk about the interesting things about WrestleMania 8 next week, and so we can pick it up there.
You know what? God damn it!
So
I'm excited.
You want to check out WrestleMania 8.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody who listens. We appreciate you. Like Andrew said at the top, find us on YouTube. Find me trying to keep my cat from running into this microphone. And
my cat's been trying to get my attention for the last like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we'll be back again next week deciding, was WrestleMania 8 fair to Flair?
Oh,
Well, cliffhanger there.